good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Tetska. And tonight we are gonna talk about 296 GTS. First thing first, I just want to say sorry that I haven't been uploading since a while because the last video was quite bad. But today we are gonna talk about 296 GTS. As you might have known if you follow my Instagram, I was invited to the event, the launch event of 296 GTS, in which you can order the car, and I actually talked to someone who ordered the car on the spot, and he said he paid 390,000 euro. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually I was commenting in a video of Seen Through Glass, and another guy from UK said that he paid around 450 grand euro. Like he told me in pounds, but after converting it to euro, it was a little bit more expensive. And the 296 that he ordered, I guess he even ordered 296 GTB if I'm not mistaken. But I already forgot. But yeah, but it was not fully loaded, and he didn't even take kind of like exotic color. So he took the Giallo Modena, which was the launch color of 296 GTB. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, let's go and talk about the 296 GTS. So let's start with the numbers and the facts. The 296 GTS is actually only comfortable version of the 296 GTB. GTS stands for Gran Turismo Sport, if I'm not mistaken. And no, I am mistaken. It's Gran Turismo Spider. And the 296 GTB, the GTB stands for Gran Turismo Berlinetta, which for Ferrari means is a coupe. And now, if we are talking about the weight, the 296 GTS carries 70 kilograms more than the 296 GTB, and that's actually like if you are driving your 296 GTB and you carry your other significant ones. So it's not more than that. But again, because I have driven the 296 GTB, and 296 GTB is proven to be a track focus car. Especially if you got it with Aceto Fiorano pack, it's a very, very capable weapon on track. But the 296 GTS, like, you know, we just need to admit that it is more for road trip car. It's more the vibe of just driving to the south of France, and then you take off the roof, and then you can feel the wind on your hair, even though knowing that the majority of the customers of Ferrari, maybe there are not a lot of hairs less. But we move along. And talking about the performance, is literally the same as the 296 GTB. It's 830 horsepower and coming out from the V6 with 120 degree turbocharge with the hot V configuration. And actually, Ferrari claims it would hit 100 km per hour in 2.9 seconds, and it will go from 0 to 200, which is not an important figure to have, but here we go. Ferrari says it's gonna do it in 7.6 seconds. And if you are a car maniac and you know your numbers, it's 0.3 seconds lower than 296 GTB. But again, we move to the figure of top speed. The top speed, Ferrari claims to be over 330 km per hour. The word over is not very German, but again, they're Italian and we love them for it. And the price starts at 310,000 euro. And as I mentioned before, it can be ordered start from 370,000. But if you are talking realistically, if you want to have a really nice car that's quite customized, we are talking about more than 400,000 euro. And of course, There's no limit to the price. You can go crazy with the color of the car, with the color of the leather, and you can go also like Ferrari Atelier, and in that case you will be paying more than for 500,000 euro. And I haven't seen or noticed or felt it when I drove it, but actually the 296 GTB and GTS is equipped with the MGUK from F1 Technology. I need to read it because I love F1, but I've been watching F1 since 2000s, and back in the days it was pure V10 but not a hybrid, you know. And yeah, and the performance from the hybrid system from pure electric is quoted to be around 160 horsepower, and that means the V6 is producing around, give or take, 670, 700 horsepower, which makes it the most powerful V6 in a production car, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, correct me in the comment section. We are here all to learn. And the spoiler, the 296 GTS also have a spoiler. In fact, the only difference between 296 GTB and GTS is actually starts at the B pillar. So to the back, the 296 GTS doesn't, like, you know, it doesn't have the glass, so it just goes down like this, and I think it's quite logic. But that spoiler, that funky spoiler that you cannot activate with a button to flex, will give this car extra 100 kg downforce at 250 km per hour. So you can only see this effect or feel the effect of this downforce if you are A, living in Germany, or B, go to the track days, or C, ready to lose your driving license. Alright, moving on to the one fact that's quite funny to me, but it is needed in this time when where we are living. The 296 GTS or GTB in this case has 25 km purely electric range, and it always starts in electric mode, in E mode. So in order to change that, I guess before you start, you need to change the driving mode. And I am a believer of 90% of the customers that have this car will go the distance to make sure that it will never start in E mode, because why would you have a Ferrari that starts like, I don't know, like my vacuum cleaner, right? And yeah, and now we are moving into the specs, to what you get with 310,000 euro. So it is quoted from a resource that I found by through my shallow research. As default, 296 GTS will not give you anything. So it will not give you a driving assistant, and not even like cruise control, or not even like the one, like we call it in Germany tempomat. So it's that one button that you push and the car will cruise at the speed that you choose. So it is available as an option, and I really am tempted to say that Ferrari is being very, very stingy by not making it free. But again, it's Ferrari, they can just put the price on and ask for anything, right? And people will still come to buy. Like the guy that I met that just ordered just like that on that day. Yeah, so I guess it's like supply and demand situation. And I mean, some people said Porsche has been stingy, but at least as far as I know, Porsche still give you the standard cruise control for free. And yeah, and the launch color is blue Corsa, which you will see in the video that I downloaded from Ferrari, because I was invited to the static roadshow. Means static, the car doesn't move, and there are like kind of like 100 people there in my time slot. So That's why I downloaded the video from Ferrari, because if I'm not mistaken, or my speculation is that they would invite us next year, I guess, like when the season is open again. So maybe we're talking about March, April, to go to Italy and then again test this car on the road and on the track. But stay tuned for that one, and don't forget to subscribe and also turn on the bell button if you want to go with me there. And I will try to make a better video this time. The last time the GoPro just didn't make the cut, I guess. And yeah, and now we are gonna talk about the comparisons between the 296 GTS to 296 GTB, and also like to the other car that 296 GTS replace. Ferrari haven't said this officially, but as you might already know, F8 Tributo is now out, because Ferrari makes the 296 GTS and GTB as the entry level to the Ferrari with the middle engine configuration. So it is only fair to compare 296 GTS to F8 Tributo or the 488 Spider. And of course, I mean also not the F8 Tributo, but F8 Spider. So Ferrari claimed that the 296 GTS is 50% stiffer than the F8 Spider, I mean, and the 488 Spider. Means what they practically said to us is that this car is almost as good as 296 GTB on track, but if you're not on track, you can open the roof and enjoy the wind. I guess like we can just trust Ferrari on this, right? But we're gonna see once we drive it on the track. But one thing that I find interesting, also like what I think makes it worthwhile to get 296 GTS in comparison to the 296 GTB. And before I said this, I need to tell you that 296 GTS, Ferrari don't sell it to everyone. So if they take your order, it's kind of a privilege. Some people, they said like you need to buy the 296 GTB first, and after a year you can order the 296 GTS, and once it comes out, then you can give us your GTB and you're gonna get your GTS. Well, it's kind of like low-key what Porsche do if you want to get, for example, the 992 Dakar. I've heard some crazy offers for 992 Dakar, but it's kind of like you're gonna buy it in a bundle. But I guess you know this as well. So yeah, so apart of all that and how you get the 296 GTS, one very neat feature that I find is you can open the window at the back of your seat, so you don't really need to open the roof if it's raining but you want to hear the engine. Again, it's a question, why would you want to hear the engine if it's raining? Because driving 296 GTS and push its limit in the rain might not be the best idea. But again, you only live once and you do you. And yeah, and this is actually like that similar feature that the 812 GTS has. And talking about 812 GTS, in my opinion, is a better car than the 812 Superfast. But again, fight me in the comment, I guess. I think that's about it. The rest is basically the same as 296 GTB. And again, I am still excited to see the first customers take their I'm still excited to see the first customers get their 296 GTB, because it actually has the same UI as Roma. So, but with Roma, I need to say Roma is actually more a cruiser than a sports car, whereas 296 GTB and GTS is the true Ferrari. So it can be quite annoying to access the menu. For example, if you want to change from from one mode to the other, for example, like from the hybrid mode to the charging mode, so that the engine is charging the battery, or when you're driving, you need to access that menu in the cockpit. Means you need to fiddle with the buttons on the steering wheel, which can be quite intimidating the first time. I get it, like with the time you would get used to it and you might not hit the tree when you are trying to hit the button. But yeah, but all in all, a really nice car. I love the color. That blue is amazing. And yeah, tell us what you think about the 296 GTS. Would you get it rather than 296 GTB, or would you get the 296 GTB with Aceto Fiorano pack and make it your track weapon? And by the way, one more thing that I really think is funny about 296 GTS is that you can spec Aceto Fiorano pack with that. It's as cuckoo as if Porsche gonna make a Boxster Spider GT4. I think it just doesn't make sense, because Boxster Spider, or like as any other convertible, like I guess like the function or like the thoughts of having a convertible is that you can just cruise and you can enjoy the road. So it's more like a B road type of cars, and you just relax and you just I don't know, like feel the engine and hear the noise, and not really like go to the track and try to, you know, to score the best time. If you want to do that, I guess you should get either 296 GTB or I don't know, the new 911 GT3 RS. I know it's not a Ferrari, but that is a proper weapon. And if you can get one, power to you. You should go get it, I guess. But in this case, I think you have ordered it. So yeah, enough of rambling. Of course, like there is no script in here. I just have like literally some facts that I can read out, because these numbers, believe me, you can, like, I cannot know it by heart. That's why I'm cheating. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video next year. And I guess I'm still gonna be shooting one more videos this year. But let's see if I'm gonna finish the editing until the end of the year. If you haven't subscribed and like this video, first thing first, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any video. And because it's already almost end of the year, I wish you and your family Merry Christmas, and let's hope that 2023 gonna be a little bit more friendly to us all. So until next video, take care, bye.